Well, a little while ago, I should say a couple years ago, actually, 7.62 by 25 ammunition was everywhere, and it was cheap. Century had some for a nickel a round. A nickel a round is something I can't pass up. At the time, I didn't own anything that actually shot 7.62 by 25. But I can't pass up ammo for a nickel a pop. So I bought a ton of it, and then I started thinking about what to do with it. So I bought a CZ52. I bought a Tokarev, of course. But what I thought would be really neat would be a rifle in this caliber. So I made this, which is really just a kit kind of arrangement. It's not really a total rifle build. It's all in the gas system and some magic here in the trigger block. Everything else about the rifle is actually stock. So let's talk about the individual pieces. And like I did on the other build, I think I'll take it apart to show you the individual pieces. All right, so here's the kit bits, the individual stuff that's inside the receiver, or the lower, I should say. Obviously, there's a mag adapter, so to make the mag sit where it needs to sit, and it blocks itself at the right height so that the mag doesn't go in any further than it needs to. This hole here goes through, and that's what indexes this piece's vertical position. It goes through a hole I drilled through the mag well in the AR lower, just at a spot that it looked like it wouldn't mess anything else up. The mag catch is stock, other than I drilled a hole through it to which gets attached the mag catch piece. So this sits inside the receiver, and that has to be assembled. It's kind of a, this piece gets installed first, and then I hold this piece inside and run this bolt through from the outside to clamp it down. But that's what sits on the inside and catches on the mag itself. I think it goes that way so that it gets pushed out of the way and then locks in place behind this beak here, which on these magazines I did have to file these back and get this a little deeper and change the angle of this a little bit versus the stock magazine. But that was the only modification I made to the magazines. All right, so hopefully that makes sense to everybody. And the hitch pin is just a cheap thing I found at Ace that goes through and holds all these together. So it's fairly easy to remove it if I want to shoot something else using this lower. I don't anymore. I have enough lowers now that I don't have to worry about that. But at one time I think I was doing double duty with this lower for my 5.45 upper AR that I made. So in the upper, the only modification is to the bolt itself. And what has to be done here is quite a bit of work was done on the extractor to get it to where it was happy with the rims of the 7.62 by 25 ammo. And it also has to be widened a little bit. The ID has to be widened a little bit, and it has to be made just a touch deeper. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but you can puzzle that out. And then in the rest of the upper, obviously there's a modification to this. This isn't a stock AR barrel. In fact, ironically, this is an FAL barrel that was one of the ones that came freeboard, where they drilled out some of the first parts of the rifling where the chamber would normally go to rifling. They had crushed that, removing the barrels, and so to still sell them, they just drilled out the crushed portion, and they didn't shoot very well. So a friend of mine sent me that barrel for free. Thank you, Matt. I made a method here of just adjusting the gas, but in the end, it didn't seem to make that much difference. So I just went ahead and left the bolt screwed in there, so I don't mess with that anymore. And obviously, the distance from the gas block is changed. This gas block doesn't do anything. The gas block has been relocated here. In fact, let me tear it apart and let you get a look at that. All right, so here's the gas block. Just a piece of aluminum that I turned the right inside diameter for to match the barrel at this location. And then it's got a hole drilled through it to use a very abbreviated AR style gas tube. So it comes up, gas comes up, goes through the tube, and activates the thing. It's really nice as a gas gun. Some guys have been making these in blowback where they don't have any gas operating. They just let the blowback move them, and they're kind of clunky that way because you need a lot more weight in the system to make up for the locking. This thing as a gas gun is a joy to shoot. It's you can just stand there standing and put round after round into a 100-yard torso target. It's makes me feel guilty if I shoot it in a pistol carbine match. So anyway, so there's the gas system there, and I think that's really everything I've got to cover here. I'll put the rifle back together again one last time, and that'll be the end of it. All right, so here's the lower back together again. You can look down inside here and see this piece I was talking about that basically moves out of the way of the latch on the spine of the magazine. So it's curved on the end, so it pushes itself out of the way and pops right back in behind the magazine. A little bit of extra feed lip here, a little allowance for the mag catch, which sadly I wasn't able to find a way to make that work on this build. I wish I could have. I'm a big fan of magazine hold opens or bolt hold opens, and it'd be nice to have one, but not on this build. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if I missed anything or didn't cover something in detail that you'd like to see covered, let me know and I'll fix it.